Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare states $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into a coin that's been part of the iconic United States State Quarter series, one that's not only a fascinating piece of history but could also be worth a fortune. We're talking about the 2001 New York State Quarter. You may have one of these sitting in your collection, and if you do, you might want to pay closer attention because this coin could be worth far more than you ever imagined. The State Quarters program was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999, and it quickly became one of the most successful and beloved coin series in history. Every year, 5 different state quarters were released, each showcasing a unique design that represented the history, culture, and natural beauty of each state. The 2001 series marked an important year in this initiative, and one of the most significant quarters released that year was the New York Quarter. New York, the Empire State, has always held a special place in the heart of the nation. The 2001 quarter for New York features an image of the state's famous symbol, the Statue of Liberty, with its torch held high, lighting the way for freedom and democracy. The coin's reverse also includes the words, "Gateway to Freedom," and the outline of the state itself. This design is not only visually striking but carries deep symbolism, reflecting New York's historical role as the entrance point to America for millions of immigrants. It's a coin that tells a story of resilience, hope, and the American dream. However, the true appeal of the 2001 New York State Quarter goes beyond its rich symbolism. This coin holds a special value among collectors, and its rarity and condition are key factors that influence its worth. While millions of these quarters were minted, only a small percentage have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most of these coins were used in daily transactions, which means they often show signs of wear and tear, making the well-preserved examples all the more precious. What makes the 2001 New York Quarter particularly fascinating is its potential to surprise collectors with its value. There are specific minting errors, unique variations, and well-preserved versions of the coin that can cause its price to soar. For instance, quarters with slight misprints, double die errors, or unpolished surfaces can be highly sought after by numismatists. These rare errors are not only an interesting feature for collectors but can dramatically increase the value of the coin, turning it into a treasure worth far more than its original face value. If you've been lucky enough to come across an uncirculated, mint-condition 2001 New York Quarter or one with a notable error, you might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. But just how much could this coin be worth? The value can vary greatly depending on its condition, rarity, and any unique characteristics it may have. However, if you have a top-quality 2001 New York State Quarter in your possession, it could potentially fetch up to $75,000, that's right, $75,000. It's incredible to think that a coin, originally worth just 25 cents, could be worth such a large amount of money today. So, if you happen to find one of these coins in your collection, or if you spot it during your coin hunts, take a closer look. It might just be worth more than you could have ever imagined. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these valuable quarters? First, make sure to examine the coin carefully for any signs of wear, minting errors, or other unique features. If it appears to be in uncirculated or near mint condition, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. This will help determine its true value in today's market. If you're just getting started with coin collecting, or if you're a seasoned collector looking to expand your collection, the 2001 New York State Quarter is definitely a piece to keep an eye on. It's not only a historical artifact but also a potential goldmine for those who know where to look. Top 2. We've got something really special to talk about. If you're a fan of the United States State Quarter series, then you know how much each quarter represents a unique piece of American history. But what if I told you that one of these state quarters could be worth far more than you ever imagined? That's right, today we're diving deep into the 2007 Idaho State Quarter, a coin that could have a surprising value that you won't believe. Stick around until the end, because you're about to discover just how much this coin could be worth, the United States Mint introduced the State Quarter series in 1999, and over the years, these coins have become beloved collectibles. Each state had its own quarter, featuring a design that reflected the culture, history, and natural beauty of that state. Fast forward to 2007, and the Idaho State Quarter was released as part of that year's lineup, showcasing the beauty and significance of this Pacific Northwest state. The design of the 2007 Idaho Quarter is one that speaks volumes about the state's natural resources. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a stunning depiction of a famous Idaho scene, a scene that many people think of when they picture the state. It features an image of a steelworker cutting a log with a chainsaw, set against the backdrop of the rugged Idaho mountains and a vast, open landscape. Above the image, the words Esto Perpetua are inscribed, which is the state motto of Idaho, meaning, let it be perpetual. This powerful design highlights Idaho's rich history in logging and forestry, industries that played a major role in the state's economy for years. But why should this specific coin catch your attention? Well, as with many coins in the State Quarter series, the key to its value lies in its rarity, condition, and certain features that make it stand out. The 2007 Idaho Quarter, like many others from the series, was produced in large numbers, but not all of them have remained in excellent condition. Most quarters saw heavy circulation and suffered from wear and tear, making those that are in pristine, uncirculated condition much more valuable. Coins that haven't been damaged or heavily worn, and which still hold that fresh, shiny look, are increasingly rare and highly sought after by collectors. However, there's more to the value of the 2007 Idaho Quarter than just condition. Some of these quarters were struck with unique errors or variations during the minting process. These errors could be anything from misaligned designs to doubled dies or even incorrect mint marks. These variations are incredibly appealing to coin collectors because they add an element of rarity that makes each coin one of a kind. If you happen to own an Idaho Quarter with a minting error, it could increase its worth significantly, especially among dedicated collectors who are always on the lookout for these rare finds. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the value of the 2007 Idaho State Quarter. If you happen to have one in exceptional condition, or even better, one with a unique minting error or variation, its value could be much higher than you might think. While most of these quarters are worth just 25 cents in normal circulation, certain versions of the 2007 Idaho Quarter have sold for a stunning amount of money. If you've got a coin that's in perfect condition or one with a rare error, it could be worth an impressive $71,000, yes, that's right, $71,000 for a single 2007 Idaho State Quarter. It's incredible to think that such a small piece of currency could be worth such a substantial amount of money, but that's the magic of coin collecting. Coins from the State Quarter series, especially those in excellent condition or with unique errors, can be worth far more than their face value. So, how do you know if your 2007 Idaho Quarter could be worth that kind of money? First, carefully examine the coin. Look for any minting errors, such as doubled dies, shifted designs, or other unusual characteristics. Pay close attention to the condition of the coin. If it's in uncirculated or near mint condition, you could be sitting on a valuable treasure. If you think you might have a rare or unique coin, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. This can help determine its true value and provide you with an accurate assessment of its worth in today's market. Coin collecting can be an exciting hobby, and as you can see, it's also an incredibly rewarding one. The 2007 Idaho State Quarter serves as a reminder that even coins that seem like everyday items can hold incredible value if you know what to look for. So, if you have one of these quarters, or if you happen to come across one in the future, take a moment to appreciate the potential treasure you're holding in your hands. You never know, you could have a coin that's worth thousands. Top 3. We're taking a deep dive into one of the most interesting coins from the United States State Quarter series, the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter. This coin may look like just another quarter at first glance, but trust me, it could be worth a lot more than you think. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll learn how this quarter could be worth a staggering amount of money, especially if you've got the right one in your collection. In 1999, the U.S. Mint began an exciting new project called the 50 State Quarters program. The idea was simple: over the course of 10 years, 5 state quarters would be released each year, each representing a different state with a unique design. The first state to be honored in the series was Delaware, and Connecticut followed closely behind in 1999. For those of you who may not be familiar with Connecticut's history, this state was the fifth to join the Union and has a rich heritage that's reflected in the design of its state quarter. The 1999 Connecticut State Quarter features a beautiful image that showcases the state's maritime history, which has been central to Connecticut's identity for centuries. The coin depicts a detailed picture of the historic charter oak tree, which is a symbol of Connecticut's role in the American Revolution. The tree was where the colony's charter was famously hidden to prevent it from being destroyed by the British authorities. The phrase, "the charter oak," is inscribed above the tree, with the words, "Connecticut," and 1795, the year the state was admitted to the Union, displayed below. It's an image that not only pays tribute to a significant moment in history but also celebrates the state's heritage and its role in shaping the nation. But while the design of the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter is captivating, what truly makes this coin valuable is its rarity, condition, and unique features that make it stand out among other quarters from the same year. Like many coins in the State Quarter series, the Connecticut Quarter was minted in large numbers, but not all of them have remained in mint condition. Most were released into circulation, and many have endured the wear and tear of daily transactions, leaving them far less valuable than their pristine counterparts. This is where things get interesting. The true value of the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter lies in its condition. Coins that have been kept in uncirculated or near mint condition are far rarer and highly sought after by collectors. If you have one of these coins in perfect condition, it could be worth much more than its face value of 25 cents. But even more exciting, if your quarter has been struck with a rare minting error or some unique feature, its value can skyrocket. Some 1999 Connecticut quarters were produced with slight variations or minting errors, such as off-center strikes, doubling of the design, or even mismatched mint marks. These coins, especially when found in excellent condition, are highly prized by numismatists and coin collectors who are eager to get their hands on rare, one-of-a-kind items. If you've got one of these error coins, then you could be looking at a much larger payday than you'd expect. Now, you may be wondering just how much a 1999 Connecticut State Quarter could actually be worth. While most of these quarters are only worth 25 cents, there's a rare, select few that could fetch a jaw-dropping price. If you're lucky enough to have one of these quarters in perfect, uncirculated condition or with a minting error, it could be worth as much as $70,000. Yes, you heard that right, $70,000. A single 1999 Connecticut State Quarter could be worth that amount, depending on its condition and any unique features it may have. It's amazing to think that a coin that was originally designed to be used in everyday transactions could be worth such an incredible sum. So, how do you know if your 1999 Connecticut Quarter is worth this much? The first step is to carefully examine the coin for any signs of wear, minting errors, or unusual characteristics. If the coin is in uncirculated condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or damage, it's worth checking out further. Next, take a close look for any errors, misprints, doubling of letters or numbers, or any off-center strikes. If you think your coin might have something special, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded. A reputable coin grading service can give you a detailed assessment of its condition and let you know exactly how much it's worth in the current market. Coin collecting is a thrilling and rewarding hobby, and the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter is a perfect example of how a small piece of currency can hold significant value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, coins like this are reminders that hidden treasures can be found in even the most common-looking items. Top 4. We're about to explore one of the most fascinating quarters in the United States State Quarter series, the 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter. At first glance, it may look like just another coin, but trust me, this one could be worth a small fortune. Stick around until the end, because you're about to discover just how much this quarter could actually be worth. let's rewind a bit. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50 State Quarters program, an initiative to honor each state in the Union by releasing 5 unique quarters each year, each featuring a design that symbolizes the state's history, culture, and natural beauty. The 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter was part of the final group of coins released in this groundbreaking program. And while every state had its own special design, Oklahoma's quarter truly stands out with its symbolic artwork and the deep history it represents. The 2008 Oklahoma Quarter showcases a design that pays tribute to the state's history and its rich Native American heritage. The reverse side of the coin features a Native American shield surrounded by a branch of the olive tree, symbolizing peace and unity. Above the shield, the phrase, Native American Heritage, is inscribed, while beneath it, you'll see the state name, Oklahoma, along with the year of statehood, 1907. This design beautifully reflects Oklahoma's long history as home to many Native American tribes and its crucial role in shaping the culture and history of the nation. The image of the shield and olive branch is not just a beautiful visual, but also a powerful reminder of Oklahoma's important past. Now, while the design is stunning, it's the rarity and condition of these quarters that determine their value. Like many other coins in the State Quarter series, millions of these Oklahoma quarters were minted and released into circulation. Most of them, as you can imagine, were used in daily transactions, and as a result, they've suffered from wear and tear over the years. It's not uncommon for coins to lose their luster after months or years of being passed from hand to hand. However, here's where it gets exciting. If you happen to find an uncirculated or near-perfect 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter, you could be holding onto something incredibly valuable. Coins in pristine condition are much rarer than those that have been circulated, and collectors are always on the lookout for well-preserved examples. But the real jackpot comes if your coin has a minting error or some unique feature that sets it apart from the others. Some quarters from the 2008 Oklahoma release were struck with small errors during the minting process. These errors can range from misaligned designs, double die impressions, or even incomplete strikes. These types of mistakes are incredibly rare and can make a coin much more valuable to collectors. If you find a 2008 Oklahoma quarter with any of these errors, you could be looking at a much higher value than you ever expected. But how much could it really be worth? Well, for the average 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter in good condition, you might get a few dollars, especially if it's in uncirculated shape. But here's the real kicker: if you've got one of these coins in flawless condition or, even better, one with a rare minting error, its value could reach an astonishing $67,000. Yes, that's right, $67,000. It's incredible to think that a quarter, which originally held a value of just 25 cents, could be worth so much money today. But that's the beauty of coin collecting: the right combination of rarity, condition, and sometimes even a simple minting error can turn an ordinary coin into a treasure worth thousands. So, how can you tell if you've got a 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter that's worth this kind of money? First, take a close look at its condition. If it looks shiny, without any scratches, scuffs, or discoloration, it's a good sign that it may be uncirculated. Second, check for any minting errors. Look for things like double impressions, misaligned designs, or other strange features that don't match the typical look of a standard quarter. If your coin is showing something unusual, it's definitely worth getting it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. They can assess the true value of your coin and let you know if you're holding onto a rare find. Coin collecting is not just about the thrill of finding a rare coin, it's also about learning the history behind each piece and understanding what makes it so valuable. The 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter is a perfect example of how a small piece of currency can carry so much historical weight, and it's a fantastic reminder that hidden treasures are often just around the corner. Top 5. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2004 Florida State Quarter, a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to make you a small fortune. Stick around because we're about to reveal the surprising value of this quarter and show you how it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Back in 1999, the U.S. Mint introduced the 50 State Quarters program to celebrate the uniqueness of each state with a special coin design. Each quarter would honor a different state, and it was an instant hit among collectors. By 2004, the program was in full swing, and Florida was the 27th state to have its own quarter. Released that year, the Florida State Quarter was not just another coin, it was a piece of history. Florida, with its rich cultural heritage and natural beauty, deserved a design that captured the essence of what made it so special. And the quarter does just that. On the reverse side of the 2004 Florida Quarter, you'll find an incredible design featuring a beautiful image of a long-legged wader bird standing near a flowing stream, set against the backdrop of a Florida sunset. This depiction not only celebrates the state's unique wildlife but also its diverse ecosystems, from beaches to wetlands. The words "Florida" and "Gateway to Discovery" are inscribed on the coin, symbolizing Florida's role as a place of discovery for explorers, immigrants, and settlers alike. This design perfectly encapsulates Florida's connection to exploration and its breathtaking natural landscape. But what makes this particular state quarter so special in the world of coin collecting? Well, like most coins in the state quarter series, the key to its value lies in its rarity and condition. The 2004 Florida Quarter was produced in large numbers, but over time, many of these coins were circulated in daily transactions. As a result, most of them are worn, damaged, or simply not in mint condition. Finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is incredibly rare and valuable. Now, we all know that minting errors can significantly increase the value of a coin. And the 2004 Florida State Quarter is no exception. Some quarters from this release were struck with unique errors that make them highly desirable to collectors. These errors can range from misaligned strikes to double dies or even incorrect mint marks. Coins with such errors are considered rarities and can be worth far more than the average quarter in circulation. Imagine you have a 2004 Florida State Quarter in perfect condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error. That would instantly boost its value. Error coins are prized in the world of coin collecting because they are one-of-a-kind items, and any deviation from the standard design or minting process makes them incredibly appealing. Some collectors have paid big money for Florida quarters with unique errors, and the value of these coins can skyrocket depending on the rarity of the mistake. So, how much could a 2004 Florida State Quarter really be worth? Well, you might be surprised. While most of these quarters are worth just 25 cents, the value of a pristine, uncirculated coin or one with a rare minting error can be much, much higher. In fact, a 2004 Florida State Quarter in excellent condition, or better yet, one with an error, could be worth an impressive $63,000, yes, you heard that right. $63,000 for a single 2004 Florida State Quarter. It's hard to believe that something so small could hold such incredible value, but that's the magic of coin collecting. Coins from the State Quarter series, especially those with minting errors or in uncirculated condition, can end up being worth a small fortune. If you think you may have one of these rare quarters, it's a good idea to take a closer look. Check the condition of the coin. If it's uncirculated, that's a great sign. Also, examine it for any minting errors. Look for anything unusual, like a double die, misaligned designs, or anything that doesn't seem quite right with the typical coin. If you think you might have a special coin, it's always a smart move to have it professionally graded. A reputable grading service can give you a detailed assessment of its condition and help determine its true value. Collecting coins like the 2004 Florida State Quarter isn't just about making money, it's about the thrill of discovery, learning the history behind the coins, and understanding the factors that make them valuable. The 2004 Florida State Quarter is a perfect example of how a small piece of currency can be tied to a state's culture, natural beauty, and historical significance, while also holding incredible potential for collectors. Top 6. We've got something really special for you, the 2018 Voyagers National Park Quarter. If you've ever wondered how a modern coin could be worth a fortune, this is the one you'll want to stick around for. By the end of this video, you'll learn why this quarter could be worth far more than just 25 cents, and you might even find one in your own collection that could make you a lot of money. The 2018 Voyagers National Park Quarter is part of the United States Mint's America the Beautiful Quarters program. This program began in 2010, and it was designed to celebrate some of the most stunning national parks and landmarks across the country. Each year, 5 new quarters were issued, each showcasing a different national park or historical site. The Voyagers National Park Quarter was one of the releases for 2018, and it certainly stands out as one of the most beautiful and meaningful coins in the entire series. Voyagers National Park, located in northern Minnesota, is known for its pristine wilderness and stunning landscapes. The park's name comes from the French-Canadian fur traders, known as voyageurs, who traveled by canoe through the region in the 18th and 19th centuries. The coin's design pays homage to the park's rich history and its incredible natural beauty. On the reverse side of the 2018 Voyagers Quarter, you'll see an image of a canoeist paddling along the waters, with the peaceful and serene forest backdrop of the park. This stunning depiction reflects both the exploration of this wild frontier and the peaceful connection that visitors experience in this national treasure. The words Voyagers National Park and Minnesota are inscribed on the coin, along with the year the park was established, 1971. While the design itself is visually captivating, what really makes this coin special is its rarity and the condition in which it's kept. The 2018 Voyagers National Park Quarter, like most coins from the America the Beautiful series, was produced in relatively large numbers. However, not all of these coins have remained in pristine condition. Over time, many of them were used in daily transactions, subjected to wear and tear, and, as a result, their value has diminished. However, that's not the case for every coin, and if you've got an uncirculated or near-mint version of this quarter, you could be sitting on a potential gold mine. Now, let's talk about what really excites collectors: errors. Some 2018 Voyagers quarters were produced with unique minting errors. These errors can range from off-center strikes to doubled images, and sometimes even unusual changes in the metal composition. Minting errors are highly sought after because they are unique and represent something different from the usual run of coins. If your 2018 Voyagers Quarter has a minting error, it could be worth far more than its face value, but how much are we talking about? You may be surprised to know that a 2018 Voyagers National Park Quarter in uncirculated condition or with a minting error could be worth a staggering $60,000, yes, that's right, $60,000 for just one coin. It's incredible to think that a simple quarter, a coin that you could have easily passed by, could hold such immense value. Whether it's due to its minting error or its pristine condition, this coin has the potential to fetch a serious amount of money, and collectors are on the lookout for coins just like this. If you have a 2018 Voyagers Quarter in your collection, now's the time to take a close look at it. First, check the condition of the coin. If it looks shiny, free from any wear, scratches, or discoloration, it might be an uncirculated coin, definitely a good sign. Then, carefully inspect the coin for any unusual features or errors. Look for things like doubled letters, off-center designs, or anything that seems slightly out of place. If you find any abnormalities, you could have a rare gem on your hands. Getting your coin professionally graded is a smart step if you believe it might be worth more than just its face value. A grading service can evaluate the condition of the coin and determine if it has any unique features that would make it more valuable. This process helps ensure that you know exactly how much your coin is worth in today's market. Coin collecting is not only about the thrill of finding valuable coins, it's also about learning the rich history behind each piece of currency. The 2018 Voyagers National Park Quarter is a fantastic example of how a modern coin can be tied to the history and beauty of our national parks while also holding significant value in the world of collecting. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or a casual collector, finding a coin like this is always an exciting moment. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed learning about the 2018 Voyagers National Park Quarter and its potential value, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another coin discovery. Who knows, your next big find could be just around the corner. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, the next hidden treasure could be waiting for you in your own pocket.